Hey guys, welcome to Makeup and Hustle. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Vidhi and today we're doing just a quick chit chat, get ready with me. I just kind of want to let you know where I've been, what I've been up to. I've been gone for a significant chunk of time, so I thought I'm getting ready for work and I have a little bit of time, so I was thinking maybe I'd just start, with this video and then we'll just go from there, I guess. But if you're interested in watching me get ready, then please stay tuned. Okay, I have my second cup of coffee this morning and we're just going to get straight into it. I have about half an hour to get ready and I have a little bit of updating to do. So if I do forget to mention any products, then I'll just leave them down below. So please be sure to check out the description box. But I am going to start out. I've already cleansed and moisturized my skin and I've also put SPF. So I'm just going to go directly in with the primer, and for primer I'm using my Maybelline Face Studio primer. This is the pore minimizing one. So my get ready with me today is more around mask proof and how I can make it last all day sort of a thing, which is my goal at the moment because we are still wearing masks at work, which is pretty much like an 8-hour day with the damn mask on, so it's a bit frustrating. We'll get started by telling you guys about what's going on. So I think my last video was probably like 2 months ago and I promoted it as well, and I was like, finally, like, I've gained momentum, I've gained like some sort of a rhythm to make it work, and I was sort of doing well with that, but life happens, things happen and stuff. So it all started with us taking Bruno in for his desexing surgery. For foundation, I'm just going to go in with the Peach Perfect from Too Faced. If I keep looking down on the side, my computer stopped working. There's a long story on that one. So now I'm using my iPad as a viewfinder and also my controls. Just bear with me, guys. Anyway, I'm just going in with my Too Faced foundation. This is a little bit off, but it works for the most part. So it started by us taking Bruno in for his desexing surgery. The surgery went well, but before we took him in, like, I'd already started falling sick, like getting a cold and stuff. And I didn't think much of it because, like, we've been experiencing significant weather fluctuations here in Sydney. So I was like, whatever, like, it'll be fine. And I had I had already applied for leave to look after Bruno after his surgery. So I was like, I'll be all right. Even if I felt sick, like, it's okay, I will manage. And we took him in on a Friday, and like, the surgery went well, right? Like, he is doing well and everything, but they gave him some medication that actually didn't work well with him. And so when we brought him home, like, he was fine and he was okay. Like, he was a little bit, out of it because he was under the anesthesia and stuff. And so we thought, okay, well, probably tomorrow will get better, and he will start, just kind of gaining a bit more energy. And while he still needs to rest, we were told that, as the anesthesia wears off, like, he'll want to play and you'll have to control him and stuff like that. So we were ready for that, but somehow the medication that they gave him, like the painkillers that they gave him, didn't suit him, and so the swelling, rather than going down, just went up. Like, it just kept going up and up and up, and that area was significantly bruised, and he was just lethargic. He wouldn't eat, he wouldn't do anything, which is very, very, like, it's heartbreaking to see him because he was just sitting close to, like, he was sitting close to me. He would make sure that he was touching me in some way and that I was petting him and stuff like that. We also got him the cone, the Elizabethan collar. So we also got him the cone, the Elizabethan collar, and we thought like that would help, like, you know, just stop him from licking himself or whatever. And it just made matters worse because he just hated it. He's a big dog, so the collar that they gave him was also rather big, and therefore it weighed him down. So every time we put the collar on him, he would just stand. Like, he wouldn't sit down, he wouldn't rest, he was just standing the whole time. I remember the first night that we put the collar on him, he literally stood for 4 hours straight. So we thought that he would go to sleep. And so we went to bed at like 12:30, maybe 1. And, you know, we kept monitoring him. Like, I kept waking up in the middle of the night to just see what he was doing. And he was he was standing the whole time. Like, we checked at intervals of maybe half an hour, 45 minutes. Like, my hubby and I would take turns. And he literally stood the whole night until 4 o'clock. And then 4 o'clock, we just gave up and we're like, you know what? We're just gonna go out. We took the collar off him and we slept on the couch. But we were sort of monitoring him, and he literally, the minute we took the collar off, he fell asleep straight away. Like, we were pretty much awake every half an hour. Like, we would keep checking on him. But he was out. Like, he slept straight away. But this went on for 3 nights. And for 3 nights, I pretty much didn't... So hubby had to go to work, so I made sure that he would get at least a decent sleep. So I would make sure that he went into the bedroom and just slept. So he was able to sleep a little bit. So after the first night, the second night, I made sure that he got some rest. I still stayed up with Bruno pretty much the whole time. Because if he was sleeping without the collar, I had to make sure that he wasn't licking himself or anything like that. And so because during the day as well, like, I was awake. So because of that, I ended up falling sick even more. So we decided to get COVID tested just to make sure, because of work and everything. I'm going in with the L'Oreal Infallible More Than Concealer in Biscuit, so just that one there. So we made sure that I got COVID tested and everything, just because I had something to show to work, because my symptoms weren't getting better. They were just getting worse. And I also lost taste, which was a big red flag. So yeah, we ended up, because of the bruising and everything getting worse, and the medication also, I guess, not doing its thing for Bruno, we ended up taking him back to the vet before I went for my tests or whatever. We changed the medication, and then we noticed a significant improvement in him straight away. So we stopped the medication. We gave him the last dose the night before, and then the following morning, I think this was on a Monday, we called the vet and they actually had an appointment. So we took him in, and we didn't give him that dose in the morning, but I kid you not, by Monday afternoon, the swelling had started going down. So the medication that they put him on initially just didn't really react well with him. And as soon as they changed the medication, like, he started becoming his old self. Like, he had more energy, he was hungry, he wanted to play, and, you know, he was just so much more himself. And it just made me feel better just looking at him and just knowing that, you know, it's going to be okay. Because I kept blaming myself. I'm like, oh my god, I broke my dog. Oh my god, I broke my dog. Like, it was just intense. Like, I literally was in tears on Sunday night. Like, I was so upset looking at him the way he was. But with all of that, Bruno started recovering and he started doing really well. But because of my thing getting worse, I ended up staying at home for 2 weeks to recover and isolate. So it was not like one of the greatest times of my life, like, I will be honest. A lot of self-reflection went in, and not very good things came out of it. I'm just gonna go in with Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Butter Powder. So yeah, it was not like the greatest time, to be honest. I was not happy. I was not, like, I was just thinking about everything and nothing, and I was just getting in my own head. So it wasn't the best time. It wasn't the best couple of weeks that I was at home, and because I wasn't feeling well, like, I was very depressed, I guess you could say. You know, I have a lot of things to be thankful for, but there are certain parts where I'm not very, in other areas of my life, I'm not very happy. So yeah. But anyways, my hubby was really nice to sort of take over things while I was going through that. And like, let's face it, 2020 has been really hard in some way, form, or the other. Like, it's been a trying year, and I guess everyone has somehow at one point sort of faced something in this year that has been a bit of a struggle. And for me, those 2 weeks were definitely it. And that's okay. I do have excellent support system, you know, whether it's my parents, it's my husband, my brother, or my in-laws. Like, I'm very, very blessed to have such an amazing family that just supports me no matter what, and I think that makes everything a lot easier. But when I started realizing that, okay, well, I need to get out of my funk, I just sort of got myself stronger and, you know, just started focusing on other things. But I couldn't film still. For some reason, like, a part of me was just not there. This water smells. Anyway, a part of me was just not having it. Anyway, come close to the end of 2 weeks. This is like my internal battle that I'm having, right? Come close to the end of 2 weeks, and then I got a call on Saturday afternoon from my parents telling me that they were traveling all of a sudden for treatment for a particular thing. And so, you know, you get one of those things where when you hear about a certain traveling or anything like that, you just sort of, the first thought, especially in a pandemic, you know, the first thought that comes to your mind is like, oh my god, is everyone okay? So basically, my parents live in Uganda, and I have family that lives in India. And in that family, I've got my dad's mom and my mom's mom. And when they told me, I was like, my first thought was like, oh my god, are they okay? They're fine, thankfully, touch wood. It just so happens that my dad have some, like, he's got some health issues that they had to literally travel straight away for. I'm just going to go in with my Maybelline, what is this? Lasting Fix Setting Spray. This is the key to make your makeup last. Just going to quickly do my brows while the rest of my face sits. I'm just going in with my Rimmel Brow This Way Duo. I've been using this for like ages. But anyway, so my dad had some health issues that they had to immediately travel for. And literally my heart just sank. I couldn't process it straight away. Like, it was a little bit of it's a little something. But anyways, so Now, I couldn't bring myself to sort of, I don't even know how to explain it, but anyways, it just explained all of anxiety that I was experiencing in the 2 weeks that I was at home, because you've got that sixth sense, you've got that intuition that, you know, like, you just know from within that something's not right. And I guess that just explained when Mum called me and told me what was going on. All of that just made a lot of sense, and I wish it didn't, but it you know, you've got that connection with your loved ones that just, you get that feeling, I guess. So anyway, I still had a few days off from work, which is okay, because then I could, you know, just sort of deal with that at my own pace. I wasn't rushed into it. However, like, when I went back to work, it was still a bit, you know, like, it was still a bit, didn't feel right. Anyway, I went up to my manager and I explained what was going on. And with so much in my head, I actually thought going part-time was a good decision. And I work for an amazing company, to be very honest. I think there's no one that looks after its employees better than this company that I'm working for, and I am forever grateful for it. Even the resources that we have, the benefits that we have, that not only extend to us but also our family members, I think I'm very fortunate, very, very blessed to be a part of such an amazing organization. So I honestly, trust me, I count my blessings every single day to be in the position that I am. But anyways, so I requested to go part-time, and, you know, my manager was more than kind to sort of say, you know, it's not a problem, but he also didn't want to make, like, he wanted to make sure that I wasn't taking a decision that I would probably regret once all of this was over, or once I had processed everything. And although, like, I really appreciated that, and I took my time as well, like, we didn't sort of, I was like, okay, let me think about it, and I took longer than we were supposed to discuss it, like, following week, and I actually took more than that to sort of think about it and just reassess and reevaluate what I was. It's a big decision to go from full-time to part-time, and, you know, financially as well, like, it's a massive change, especially when you have a mortgage and you have bills and just so much responsibility. But spoke to my husband, spoke to my parents and everyone, and all the people that matter, actually. And it just seemed like the right thing to do for me personally, for my mental health. And so went back to him again, and I explained that that is exactly what I want to do. It just felt right to take that path. I'm just going in with my Maybelline City Bronzer. So yeah, I confirmed that I wanted to go part-time. And the reason why this is such a big change is because this particular place does not have a set contract for part-time hours. It's like you pretty much get what you're rostered for. Could be less, could be more, just depends. But that's okay. We crunched a lot of numbers, and we did a lot of thinking, and we came to this conclusion. But the good thing is that I can always call them up and be like, hey, you know, I'm available today if you need me. I can come in. You know, there are sick calls and stuff that they don't account, well, sometimes they account for, that sometimes they need fillers for, which I can be there for. So yeah. So it took about, I think, 2 to 3 weeks for them to confirm that I could, like, from finance to get okay for me to go part-time. And I finally got my confirmation yesterday that I am now a part-timer, and that would start on the 19th, so a couple of weeks from now. When they first confirmed that, you know, they got the okay from finance for me to go part-time, and that the paperwork was in process, I did not realize what a relief that would bring me. So I'm forever again grateful for the company that I work for and for them to be so accommodating to my needs. So really, really appreciate that. But yeah, so I will be part-time very soon. I'm hoping that I can do more of the things that I love, that sort of take my mind off of everything, and just, you know, bring positivity for me. So fingers crossed that this is a move in the right direction. I am a little bit freaked out because I've never been part-time in my life before. So this is definitely something that is going to be very interesting. But yeah. As for my dad, he is doing good. He's in really good hands. The people that are looking after him are amazing. They're very recognized in the work that they do. And my dad's he's with family at the moment as well. Like, my uncle's there, so his brother is there. And like I mentioned, his mom's also there. So between my uncle, my aunt, my mom, and his mom, like, he's got a good support system at the moment. And normally I would have traveled in a heartbeat, but because I'm in Australia, there are travel restrictions. Sorry, I am going in with e.l.f. Twinkle Pink Blush, which is just gorgeous. There are travel restrictions in Australia, so it's not easy to exit and come back. And again, with work and everything, it's just a bit of a tricky situation that we're in at the moment. Yeah. So I am still looking to travel, but I'm not sure when that will be. And how I'll be able to come back and everything. So I'm still doing some research on that. I know for a fact it would have to be like a one-way flight that I use to travel. I am actually going to use my friend's X Revolution Rachel shadow palette. I'm just gonna do like something really very simple and very quick. I'm going to start out by going in with Dinosaur, just the creamy base color right there. But I'm just literally waiting for some sort of a change. So we've got a lot of restrictions that have eased in Australia, in New South Wales. No limits to weddings and funerals. Some restrictions still apply at gyms and stuff like that, but you can go out drinking and everything. Pubs and everything is open, no restrictions there. We've had, I think we've had one case in like locally acquired case in like a month maybe, and that was through a hotel quarantine worker. But yeah, my dad's sort of doing well. We speak to him quite often, and he is doing as well as he can be. Everyone over here is, you know, very supportive. Some co-workers that know, they do regularly check on me, and they just make sure that I'm doing okay and that, you know, he's okay as well. Like I said, again, I work for amazing company and also my co-workers are really awesome people, so it's nice to have that support system. But it does make it hard because I'm not able to travel and just be there for my family. But I'm hoping that there is some sort of an ease in traveling with, you know, the vaccinations and stuff like that. I am thinking January or maybe even early Feb if I can go, because again, I think my work knows that I'll be gone for a significant chunk of time, and God knows when that'll be when I come back. So part-time was a move in the right direction. I do have a lot of annual leave that's saved up because I haven't taken any annual leave for the longest time. I keep using my time in lieu, and we get a lot of we get like what is it, the Thanksgiving leave as well, because I work for an American company. So yeah, there's that. But that's literally, I've been dealing with a lot of my issues, like mentally. I have been it's just, I'm in my own head basically, and that's the problem. But that's what's been happening, and that's why I've been gone for so long. I'm keeping it very simple. I'm just going to go in with this darker shade, which is Crush, and I'm just using that as an eyeliner, which is what I always do. But yeah. I wanted to film like a Diwali makeup look and everything, and to be honest, I just couldn't. I was just not, because we got the news literally a little bit before Diwali, so. But that's where I've been. That's why I've been gone for so long. I can't believe I've been talking for literally half an hour right now. I'm going to get this video up as soon as possible because I want to do some holiday makeup as well. But I've been working with my mind a lot. Like I've been making sure that I redirect my thoughts to something positive. I think it's very important to do that. Otherwise, I think I would literally go insane. Yeah, it's good to sort of. I haven't been wearing makeup since the time I went back to work because we wear masks and everything. But I've taken it. Since all of this, I've literally made the effort to get ready, and wear masks and everything. To get ready and wear makeup, just because I know it makes me feel better, and it's an instant pick-me-up for me. So I've been doing that more often now, just because it makes me feel good. This is just the Fit Me powder. I'm just going to quickly dust that all over my face. And now I'm just going to give it a quick lasting fix spray. And then for mascara, I'm just going in with my Flower Beauty Lash Warrior Mascara. So because of the mask, I just like to do something very, very simple. And the key is just spraying the lasting fix spray multiple times, and I feel like that just locks it in. So this is the finished look. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for staying this far if you have, and hearing everything that I had to share. It feels good to get it off my chest. Definitely feels good to be sitting in front of a camera and filming again. I'm really looking forward to filming some holiday makeup looks and some classic red lip action for times when we don't have to wear a face mask. But yeah, you guys, I do apologize for being away for so long. I feel like life always happens when you least expect it, and that was the case in this instance. But yeah, you guys, I hope you found this video useful, and you know, it wasn't much about the makeup. It was just literally about a little bit about me and what's been going on, but I hope you guys are doing well and staying healthy. It's just the last little bit of 2020 and we can get rid of this year and never look back. So yeah, you guys take care and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.